Hello there, this is SD, and we are going to continue. Last time out, we won NGA. We had a very successful run and did a lot of drone nonsense. Um, we're going to play another ship with drone control this time, which is Stealth C. Stealth C is definitely the weakest of the 6 ships we've got remaining. It's like any stealth ship, it doesn't have any shields. Unlike the other stealth ships, you don't have cloaking. It's a little bit vulnerable in the early game, to put mildly. But you do have 2 really good, very fast weapons. It's kind of like a variant on Stealth A that doesn't have cloaking, but has drone control and this weird overcharger drone instead. That's kind of inferior. You generally want to get shields on this ship absolutely as soon as possible. You do have about 60 scrap worth of stuff to sell if you include the long-range scanners, which, if it will get you shields, you absolutely sell the shield drone, the anti-drone, and the long-range scanners. Are you fucking joking? So we have no choice but to jump into an asteroid field with no shields. This is obviously complete bullshit. But what can you do? We just need to hope that we win this fight as quickly as possible and get the fuck out. So, let's go do that. We don't even have a damage buffer on our weapons, which is what you generally want to get with this ship. I save my crew positions, yes. Let's put this up. It might block the occasional shot. They have a shield buffer upgrade. I'm honestly going to just accept this because our FTL charge will go up faster. If I just take this, we can get the fuck out. So I don't like this, but it's not that... Like, if we kill the ship, we might only get 12 scrap, which is not much more. And this, I just value getting the hell out quickly. So, let's take it. There should now be a lull in the asteroids, which maybe we can get out without any further damage. Here they come now. Yeah, we actually did. So we actually only took like 3 damage. Now, unfortunately, there's a store, which is in an awful location. We would have to go through another asteroid field or backtrack through this one to go to it. We don't want to go to a store this early regardless, because we don't have enough scrap to buy what we want. Let's just keep going. Look for another store later this sector, or one in Sector 2. But yeah, this is not a great start. This ship is dangerous. It has a heavy laser. Heavy lasers are not things that you want to see on this ship because they can do 2 points of damage, and if one of those hits your weapons, you're in big trouble. Just in time. I'm pretty sure if we had not hit their weapons there, that would have been too fast, because they lose the manning bonus when you do that. Still, for 2 jumps in, one of which was forced into an asteroid, we're not doing too badly. I'm going to immediately damage buffer my weapons. This way, we can take 1 hit on our weapon system and keep our weapons up, and that is the most important thing you can do to sort of survive with this ship. I mean, the most important actually is getting shields, but you can't do that for 25 scrap, and we may not be able to do it until next sector at all. There, and then probably there. Your distress options are reasonable on this ship, because you've got a slug and a rock, and you've got... you have a beam, you have a clone bay, there's quite a lot that you can risk. We are not surrendering to slavers, we're not accepting surrenders from them either. Give me more dodge. Nice thing about the Laser Charger Plus. Oh man, that's so tempting because it's a Zoltan, but just no. I just need you need scrap on this ship. No. Your Zoltan can die. Give me 20 odd scrap. I can't use a Zoltan to buy shields. It's actually better. This only sees this, which I'm going to go here anyway. So let's just take these two fights. And I'll probably go here just to see if there's another store back there, even though I wouldn't in all likelihood go to it. Reject their offer. The ship is possibly crew killable, although it's kind of dangerous to do so. It's probably worth trying. Let's actually stop powering this for the moment, because that would stop them from warping back while their weapons are down. I unfortunately will probably need to let them fully fix their weapons before they even want to board me. And now I kind of need to let them fire their weapons because they can't board me while that's up. Okay, that's down. This goes back up. They can't escape. We hit this human with one laser. And now we will kill this NG and get a crew kill. Weapon drop? Okay, we got a crew member. That's not as good. But whatever. Honestly, if I'd known it was going to do that, I'd have just done an ordinary kill and taken the greater amount of scrap. But I didn't know it was going to do that. We're going to go here, and then there, and then down towards the exit. Investigate the battlefield and get free stuff. Okay, that's not a store. That's a solar flare that we definitely don't want to go towards. Shield overcharger up. You two don't have a teleporter, or else I would be able to crew kill you as well. In much the same way I did to the last ship. Wasn't much we could do about that damage there. They dodged one of our lasers. Okay, so let's see, because we have, I believe, 62 scrap worth of stuff, because that's 30, that's 15, that's 17 rather, and that's 15. So we need 63 scrap as a buffer to be able to afford cloaking. Not cloaking, shields. Do we just go here? Let's see, 1, 2. This beacon sees the entire rest of the sector, so I think I can afford to take this one as well, and then go there. I'll probably be able to hit all 3 of those jumps, frankly. It looks like we have 6 more jumps, and this is 5, with one of them being in a nebula. I might be able to do this, this, that, and then onwards. Okay, well that could in and of itself be a store. Also means there wasn't initially a store there, because otherwise it wouldn't override it. You can't overwrite stores with quest beacons. You can overwrite other stuff, but you can't overwrite stores. So yeah, that's why you damage buffer your weapons. That Lido missile hit it, it doesn't matter. We keep being able to fight back. You cannot take extended fights on this ship. They're blown up. Another asteroid field, so I don't think we go there. Do we have enough time to do 1, 2, 3? Looks like it. And that's our only chance at there being another store, is for it to be at that quest location. There might have been another store down in this bit down at the bottom left. It's in the bottom left, because there was no way I was ever going down there. It was a dead end. Nice. If we can get a drone recovery arm, we can abuse that very heavily, and otherwise it sells for 42 scrap. So we now can very definitely afford shields. Especially after we get an outpost. Unfortunately, this ship has an offensive drone. So let's put the anti-drone up instead. Good, it did what I would like it to do. It's more important for us to shoot drones here. Please blow up. We're going to get hit by the mini beam, but we can actually take that offline anyway. And there was a possibility they might have a damage buffer, although I don't think they do on their drone system. Take that down completely. Double scrap reward. I mean, if this turns into a storm, we can get shields, we can actually hit the asteroid field. It's just, it doesn't look like this is. Nah, it's a reactor upgrade instead. Which is nice, but not really necessary. So, we're not jumping into another asteroid field, we're gonna just continue on. Ignore the refueling platform, good, and get a fight. That's basically the best option that you can get from this particular event. No. It's kind of tempting because there were 2 drones there, and your drone parts are a little bit precious on this ship. But scrap is more precious. Okay, well, we're obviously going civilian. So, how much did we make in that sector? I'm an idiot, I forgot to turn the tracker on. Oh good. I've now discovered something about, well, kind of. It's a little bit confused. If you turn the tracker on midway through the run, it does actually work, but it thinks all the gear that you started with is stuff that you got for free. So it thinks I got 129 scrap worth of free stuff in that sector. I actually only got 42. Off to the civilian sector. Okay, we must ignore this tempting nebula and go down there. But before we do that, I'm going to head off for a bit. Okay, we're back. I'd love to go through this nebula, but it's like, this sector may only have 2 stores. If they're here and here, going there probably costs us the streak. So I need to explore in such a way as to see every beacon, and the way to do that is to go here, one of these 2 jumps, it doesn't matter which, then there, then there, then there. That sees the entire first half of the sector. Now these beacons up here, they're kind of difficult to spot, really. I hope the stores aren't up there, but we'll see as we go through the sector whether that ends up being the case. There could be 3 stores in this sector, and hopefully there are. We can give you 5 missiles. We're getting reactor upgrades out the ass. Like, we already have more reactor than we need. It'll be nice, I suppose, when we get our shield system, we can immediately power it. Let's attack this pirate and immediately put up the shield charge drone. These guys have 3 crew in a med bay. We can't do crew kill stuff with them even though they're boarding us. Also, that heavy laser is scary. We just need to destroy them. For the second time, our weapons buffer upgrade keeps our weapons up. Buffer your weapons on Stealth C. Okay, we got a double reward, that's good. We'll go here, actually. That still sees that, and it sees all these upper beacons. So actually, yeah, we don't need to go there. So we go here, that's faster. Aid the civilian ship. You could theoretically upgrade your drones to 3 to be able to run the shield drone and the anti-drone, and that would be very useful in the event of fighting a nasty rigger ship. But, like, I need my scrap because I need both shields and a weapon for the next sector. I wonder if we can crew kill this. Like, their crew is mostly Mantis, and we had fires over there. I don't think we can risk it. Nice, we got a free repair, and we found 2 stores, good. We're going up here anyway to see if there's a 3rd store. And to get a bit more scrap. Since this ship also has no shields, we can just fire the charge laser at one point of charge, and immediately take out their weapons and thus their ability to hurt us. I don't mind if you dodge, that just gives me weapons training. And you can't dodge my mini beam. Okay, so we have 185 scrap plus, well, 40 from that, 30 from that, so like we'll be able to afford anything that are good at these 2 stores. It's just a matter of whether they've got anything. And they do indeed have things. We're buying shields, and we're buying the Ion Blast. We may end up regretting, this may end up not being used, because if the next store has like a flak 1 or something like that, we'll get that instead. But I don't know whether it's going to, and I don't want to have to jump back here. So we're doing that. We can actually get some extra jumps before we go to that store, because it connects to the exit. Maybe we go there for the end. We can at least go like here, well, at least hit this jump, then go back to the store, and then maybe like hit stuff down here and curl back up towards the exit. Nice, more outposts. Also, all that free power that we got is now actually going to be useful. I won't put up a shield overcharger drone here. I now want to start preserving my drone parts when I can. We'll obviously go shield 4 quite soon, but since there's another store, I'm not doing that quite yet. We might be able to sell a hull repair drone to get hacking at that store. Oh, there's 2 stores. So, there are indeed 3 stores in this sector. We're going to all of them. We can go 1, 2, 3, and then I think we have to go out. I suppose if there's something really good at this one, we can go to the exit and try to hit things behind it. Now I wish we hadn't bought the Ion Blast, because the Burst Laser one is a better weapon. Do I buy that now? That would mean not going to the other store, but that's fine. We need to upgrade our weapons to use it, so we might even keep the Ion Blast for a little bit. I'm doing that. We're going to sell one of these drones, I think, because we do need to get our shields up, and that costs the amount of scrap it would do to get my shields up. Hull repair drone is very, very useful sustain. This you can kind of use to block missiles, but not really. I think we just sell this and keep the hull repair drone. And I'm keeping the anti-drone in case of nasty drone enemies. In this case, we're not bothering to go to the 3rd store. I'll just be annoyed if there's a flak or hacking or something like that. We can get at least one fight here. I think we have to go to the exit after this, though. Attack the auto ship to get to the sensor station. Use the ion blast to get some weapons training here. Yeah, we have to go out. That's a shame. We don't quite have enough scrap to get our shields up, but we can probably survive like one jump. We have good, fast weapons. Actually, we'll probably get it here, so never mind. But yeah, we have fast weapons, and we have a hull repair drone. So even if we take damage, we can fix it. Took 2 there. There we go. Shields up. So yeah, we wasted a bit of extra scrap there because we didn't realize when we bought this ion blast at the next store would have a better weapon at it. But I feel like that is very much worth doing. You know, it gives you certainty. I didn't want to have to backtrack. And we can even use this ion blast for the meantime. It might even give us a blue option because it can replace it for the NG blue option on the malfunctioning ship. We're going civilian again. Good, we have a big nebula which we can farm up some scrap in, and then we can start looking for hacking. We will actually keep using the ion blast for this sector, and we'll upgrade onto the burst one either next sector or maybe after we hit the stores. I'm gonna go make some tea. Okay, so we are back. We want to hit as much of this nebula as we can. Kind of good to see the... Don't think we're seeing that one. I'd like to see this beacon. Like, there could be 2 or 3 stores in this sector. Can I go 1, 2, 3, 4? If I do that, that's going to get taken over. Don't know whether we'll get to that one either. I think probably we'll go like there. Probably here, there. Like, if this is a store, we won't go to it, but at least we'll know that it is one. We could also see if, like, these beacons are stores, which, if we know that they are, it gives us something to head towards and, you know, a deadline that we need to earn scrap by. We have actually a large amount of stuff to sell because we could sell, theoretically, if we hit a store right now, we could get hacking by selling the repair drone, the anti-drone, the long-range scanners, and the ion blast. I wouldn't want to do that, but we could do it. Selling the ion blast in particular would be very, very awkward since it would leave our offense short for a while, but it would be worth doing. We would make up for it with hacking. How long is this fucking cloak? Our dodge is not as high as it would normally be because obviously we didn't get to train, not having shields until near the end of that sector. Can we hit that cloak? We can't hit the cloak and shields, so it's more important to hit shields. But it is very frustrating not to be able to hit that extremely long cloak. While they only have 1 laser, I'm going to start powering the FTL more. That way, if they get like a run of dodges and I decide that I need to flee from this fight, we can do it more quickly. Fortunately, they're repairing their weapons with a Mantis. This round we get 2 volleys off, so hopefully we can make some good progress here. God damn it, they're running away as well. We got a fire in there. We need to hit that. They might die here, but they might also get rock resists. like that. Ha, you didn't resist that. I used charge laser, special property, to get a shot off early. There is indeed a store there. That's unfortunate. We're not going there. It wrecks our pathing and we don't really have enough. Or do we go there? If we go there, our path is what? Here, here, there, up. We can maybe even hit these upper nebula jumps. If we sell the repair drone, and the repair drone gets us to 71 on its own, and we can then sell the anti-drone to get hacking. Do you know what? Fuck it, we do this. If it's not here, this is very wasted. And it's not here. But hey, you have to hit every possible chance you can to get the best system in the game. With hacking, I can win the game with this. Without it, not really. Take this low power battle. Okay. Well, this is sort of acting like a shield bubble, but not really. A shield bubble could block my mini beam, but that can't. Started up there, that might depower it. Yep. So at least that was an easy fight. This ship is very easy because it has no shields. I can probably get some weapon training here, actually. In fact, can I get full weapon training here? I might not be able to get full... I probably can. Because as long as I take one weapon down, this ship can't hurt me. And one ion hitting will either take out the halberd beam or the ion blast. I can't AFK train because, you know, the ion blast might miss and then they'll be able to damage me. But I can at least stand here and watch. Now, doing this won't get me any... I suppose I could aim it at piloting, and then until the system gets repaired, and then I can get dodge training as well. I could even use the mini beam to swipe this down. I probably should have recognized that sooner in the fight, but whatever. We'll find a chance to get proper training later on. I'm going to do this. That won't take the ion blast offline, but it will keep the halberd beam down. Frankly, I can do this safely right now and have a higher chance of dodging. Because one shield or no shields doesn't make a difference against an ion blast, really. So we sit facing each other and firing single ion blasts. Do that, and now, whenever they get their halberd beam back, I'll put the ion blast on weapons. And if we eventually miss, I'll just kill them with the mini beam. When they get the halberd beam back, we will have to run 2 shields, but... How many dodges can we get? We nearly have level 2 engines. Piloting is a bit behind because we have a slug rather than a human there. They take more XP. Definitely looks like we'll get weapons up here. Normally I would cut this out, but because I'm not doing this AFK, I will leave it in. we might after all screw up and manage to take damage here. Don't know what level their weapons will be up to by now. It's probably not that long before they bring the halberd beam back. Yep. Okay, so let's put the second shield bubble up and let's put the ion blast on weapons. And as long as this hits once, I'm gonna let this fire one more time. Unfortunately, it took the wrong weapon down, so we need to end this. That halberd beam was quite close to firing. That's unfortunate. So we didn't quite get full weapon training, but we got most of it, and we got quite a bit of dodge training as well. If I'd realized sooner, we could have got full training there. Well, we're not getting any training on engines, at least, here. We'll probably actually get max weapon skill here, because we're already nearly there. We're not dodging very much in this fight, but they thankfully are not using their weapons intelligently. As long as one of those lasers is down, we are safe. We're not crew killing this ship, they have a med bay. There we go, max weapon training. Nice reward. Go here. I don't think we have enough time to backtrack through that nebula, even though I want to. Got a slaver. This missile is going to be really annoying to bring down because the Vulcan will act as a buffer for it. It is, however, almost certainly just a Leto missile. Yes, indeed it is. Mantis, go start very slowly trying to fix that. Can we maybe ever knock that thing offline? No. Blue options cannot buy me hacking. We're now at a point where if we saw a store that had cloaking but not hacking, I could get it, and I would probably do that. Actually, we can probably go distress there, up, and then see all these beacons. Seems worth it. There's some beacons down in the bottom right we're never going to get to see. Or if we do get to see them, it'll be too late in the sector, but still. We get a blue option here. Cool. Oh, yuck. I'm still attacking the ship, but this is gross. Okay. The one good thing, though, is their crew are all Mantis. We might be able to crew kill this once we get the weapons down. But we're likely to take damage while we're doing that, especially with them dodging like this. Although we didn't do too badly on the dodge front either. Unfortunately, they have level 2 oxygen. Okay, they hit with one of those. Let's give myself up more evade. That's good enough. Cool. No, we're not accepting that surrender. Yeah, we're not crew killing this. They have like level 202. Their weapons appear to be too dangerous. I mean, maybe we can. But it doesn't seem likely. Had it been level 102, I think we could manage it. We could theoretically do something like use the charge laser to pop shields and then ionize it. If they were down at one hull. My worry is then bringing the burst laser 2 back while we're doing that. But I guess we might as well, that's not working anyway. They have autopiloting as well. Yeah, they've just got the burst 2 back, screw it, let's kill them. Unfortunate, but that's the way it is sometimes. Sell 3. I mostly want to keep them. Do we have 3 jumps here? Yes, we do. So we could go here, and if there's a store there, we could go here, there, and there. Alternatively, if there isn't stores up there, we could go here, there, and spot if there's one there. I don't like this fight at all. Take that stuff down. I wish we had a defensive drone. That's a breach missile. That's a 4 damage missile coming my way. Did we just dodge that, or was that them dodging one of our lasers? That's quite important. It was us dodging their missile, thank goodness. It was aimed at our piloting anyway, so I knew if it did hit, that it wasn't a disaster. Like, if it had been aimed at our weapons and I wasn't sure whether it was going to hit, I would need to accept there. No, you're not allowed to have that burst laser too, I forbid it. That was a nasty fight. Those weapons in an asteroid field. We were very fortunate to escape without damage there. Or maybe we took 1 from the burst laser too, I don't remember. Go and investigate, use my slug. Sadly, we don't get a free crew member, but we do find a store. We do have enough space for this, don't we? Yes, we do. Cool. So, we have nearly 200 scrap. We go to this store. I love this halberd beam, and if we get hacking and cloaking, that just, wins the run for us. On the other hand, it takes us away from getting those things. And we already have a weapon that we're sitting on. I think, at the minimum, we just do this now, and now we're going to sell the Ion Blast. That's reached its end. Now we need to decide whether or not we want to buy this halberd beam. If it was necessary, well, there's the other store. We can't go there without diving, and I'm not doing that. The next sector we're going into is a red sector. It's probably only 1 store, although it might be 2 if it's like a rock sector. If the only store is like right at the outset and it has cloaking but not hacking, buying the halberd beam might take us away from being able to do that. But I think we could actually still get it. We could sell, if necessary, hull repair, anti-drone, and long-range scanners. That wouldn't be ideal, but we can do it. And this will only be necessary in an extreme circumstance of we make no scrap and that happens. Because let's see, if we buy this, we're down to 86 scrap. And then that brings us up to 101, 118, and 160, yes. So we're going to do this. We're also going to buy 2 points of repair. because we can do that safely. So ultimately we're going to look to upgrade onto that halberd beam, but we will only do that once we start getting systems. We're going to get an NG here. Like, top option has a chance of 50-50 chance of scrapping an NG and 50-50 chance of nothing. This is a guaranteed NG, and while blue options are not that valuable in terms of what the NG gives us, they're not nothing, and I'd rather have a guarantee of something than just the possibility of something. You go on shields. Mantis or rock. There's more stores in rock. Options are not hugely different. I mean, if that was civilian, we'd want to go to that. But I don't feel like that's worth it enough more to give up the extra. Well, Mantis is 1.5 stores, Rock is 2 stores guaranteed. So it's like 0.5 of a store we give up by going to Rock. We have protection against the live mine because we have a clone bay. Well, the scenario that I just mentioned has indeed come to pass. We've got an immediate store. Now, this isn't the only store in the sector, but it is an immediate store. We go there. It's literally the exact situation that I described. They have cloaking here. The only way we can get it, unfortunately, because we bought that halberd beam, is to sell our long-range scanners, which makes me sad. But not so sad that I'm not doing it. That's rough. We could have gone here to see whether there was more scrap, and if that had been indicated with the long-range scanners as a fight, I would have done that. So, now we just need hacking. We weren't going to make scrap there anyway. And there's the other store. Maybe we can make 80 scrap in time for that? Search among the stores. There was also a defensive drone there. I would have liked to be able to get that, but cloaking is more important. At some point, I'd like more power. The free power bars we got early on only last so long. One, 2, 3. I can get at least 3 before that store, ideally 4. Good, a fight. Bad, a miss. But we can cloak it. Maybe. We kind of want to bring that flak 2 down. That's kind of larger priority than the 1 missile. Okay, we need to accept this missile so that we can cloak the flak 2, because that could do us a lot of damage. We ended up dodging the missile anyway. Let's depower the burst 1 very temporarily so I can have more evade. We might be able to buy our long-range scanners back later, and if not, it doesn't matter. If it gets us cloaking and hacking earlier, we just win the run. Fight the ship. They're a double missile ship, but they're also a guarantee of scrap before that store. Cloak. Blow them up. We'll take that. We can sell it. And the amount of scrap we're going to get, let's just check to make certain. I'm pretty sure that that sells for 20, and I don't think the amount of extra scrap we'll get for killing them will make up for that. Scrap reward values. We're in Sector 4. It could do, but probably not. The range for a medium scrap reward in Sector 4 on hard is 21 to 35. And that's effectively a 34 scrap reward, so that's like a guarantee of the high end. There's no point in us keeping this augment. Our slug literally already does this. I'm going to hit this distress beacon first. Use our rock. Those rewards are basically the same, I think. We'll just go to the store now. Show me hacking. Okay, there's no hacking, but there is a backup battery, which we will buy right now. That thins out the system pool. There's also stealth weapons. But frankly, we're going to be doing all beam stuff at the end of the run, and when you're doing that, or mostly beam stuff, hopefully we'll get a third beam to go with the halberd beam and the mini beam. And if you're doing that, you pretty much have stealth weapons anyway. So we will not make that purchase. So there's no more stores in this sector. We don't need to look out for them anymore. So we just hit as many jumps as we can before the end of the sector. We should have 80 scrap before we jump out. Oh yeah, we definitely will. We sell the life form scanner. Duh. What are you hacking? No, not my drone system. Please don't break my drone system. The hack on cloak is bad. You get out of there or you're not going to be able to fight that many people to start venting it right away. I have an overcharger drone, that's quite bad. They dodge like crazy, that's also very bad. Get people over there to protect my weapons. We might end up needing to run from this fight. That's a critical dodge. The only way we have any chance at all of dodging is because of that. Kind of wanted us to just take the missile down instead of that heavy laser, to be honest. You people get back to your stations. Give me more evade. Okay, good. Those all hit. Missiles down. We should have this now. We also took that overcharger drone down for a while, and that's allowed us to actually do damage there. You have like a repair drone over there or some such crap. This time we're just doing this to make sure they die. That was an ugly fight. We're going to buy another power bar. It doesn't take us below hack buffer. Fight the ship. This ship is very nasty. Those are really, really good weapons. I'm very glad we have cloaking for this, and they have 3 shields. And they dodge 50% of my shots, great. If we cloak the burst 2, the heavy 2 doesn't do anything, but I'm very worried about the next volley if we can't knock it offline. Okay, good. We're going to take at least one of them down. So we can't take more than 1 damage here. And now this is under control. We might even be able to crew kill these guys. Those two Zoltans. Unfortunately, they didn't stay in one room. We might manage it if we get another fire or something, but I wouldn't count on it. Especially not if they're going to dodge like that. You don't have 50% of aid. Stop dodging 50% of my shots. I deliberately only hit weapons there to see whether or not maybe I could kill that guy and potentially get a crew kill, but it's not happening, so we just blow them up. Only one more jump here. We could theoretically start diving since we have cloaking, but I don't feel like our weapons are strong enough to deal with some of the dive ships, and I'm a little nervous if one came up with a missile that we could just take lots of damage from it. If we had a defensive drone, I'd be more confident in it. Okay, we took out the most dangerous weapon. Go and fix that. Maybe we can farm some dodge training off the asteroids. Actually, we don't need to. We already have full dodge. Cool. I didn't even notice that happening. I'm auto-firing my weapons. I should not be doing that. More scrap. Off to the exit. Scrap some of the debris. Uncharted or pirate. Uncharted leads to better choices. Sadly, we got rid of our long-range scanners, but it's fine. Okay, so the stores in long-range in nebula sectors. One will be, if there is one, there might be one outside of the nebula, and one could be inside of it. We're never getting to that beacon. So we want to see these three. Kind of tempted to damage buffer my weapons. It doesn't take us away from being able to... I'd kind of like to be able to upgrade to use the halberd beam instead of the mini beam, because it can do damage against 3 shield chips without me hitting all of my shots. Or, you know, I could miss 2 of them and still do some damage. But that would require too many upgrades. That's too much. I think I'm going to do that as an intermediate step. Other alternative would be to do this for 100% cloak evade. Actually, that's more important. Do that and that. Then we can at least run away from any fight. Yeah, do that. Gonna go here first, and we'll... If that's a store, we go there. If it isn't, we go through this distress beacon and then there. We take that. Okay, no store, so... We have protection against this with our clone base, so we can take it. Our crew member was eaten by cannibals and then came back. Lost some weapon training, but, you know, it's fine. I don't know how they would eat a rock anyway. That doesn't seem terribly edible. I'm a vegetarian. What do I know about eating flesh? We're reasonably safe in this fight. Do a long cloak and just let our shields come off ionization. We took 1 down, that's all we needed. Oh, we blew them up. We might go here just to see if there's a store there. That doesn't feel valuable, frankly. I wouldn't go. I can't really go there even. Can I? Maybe I can. I don't think actually this gives up anything. Like, it doesn't see any new beacons, but at the same time, it doesn't give up my ability. Like, I can go here, there, there. Yeah, let's do it. No, there isn't a... So there was no non-nebula store. So there is at most one store on this beacon. In this sector, rather. Attack the pirate. Do we need to cloak here? Yes. Yeah, we got a fire. Maybe we can crew kill this? They're both in the same room. We can get more fires and put more damage on them. It is entirely possible we could just kill these two slugs. Nice. 3 straight dodges. They're trying to run away now, but they're going to stay in that room. And I think we actually will, if we can keep hitting them, I think we actually will crew kill this shit, because we're doing like 30 damage to them with each volley. Yep. We get a full map reveal from that and 30 scrap. We found the store. We've also found all the fights. I'm going to save all my scrap before that store, because if there's like a good drone and hacking, I want both of them. And these weapons seem to be doing fine for the moment. Well, there might be long-range scanners that we can buy back. Just want to keep this to cloak the heavy too. So open with the mini beam, because I might be able to take their piloting out first. Yep. Don't think we quite kill before they cloak. Oh no, we did. Cool. One more fight, then store, then we just take as many jumps as we can. This ship looks quite dangerous. I'm still going to fight it, but it looks very dangerous. It's got cloaking, and they have what looks like a burst laser too and a chain laser. Yep, and an ion blast. We could really regret this. But we do have cloaking for our first volley, or for their first volley, and if nothing else, we can run the fuck away. We will wait completely until our cloak runs out, because I want to charge the FTL the maximum amount, even though that delays us firing. Do that. Okay, we got the most dangerous weapon down. The Ion Blast 2 is still pretty dangerous, because it can take my shields down. Their cloak kind of counteracts it, because they're actually holding the ion shot, which they shouldn't do. The lasers will hit us first here, so we can't take damage from them. And they can't dodge. So yeah, dangerous fight, but we come out on top even though their weapons are better than ours. We know how to use ours properly, and they don't. And we get a double reward. We'll go to this store with loads and loads of scrap. Show me hacking. That's not what I want. Do I buy this beam drone? I feel like I do. It'll help get through Zoltan's shields. Let's think. I can do this. Yeah. I can still afford it, because if nothing else, I'm going to do this for now, because until I actually get hacking, I don't want to go double beams. But, like, if nothing else, if I buy this now, and then, say, a store pops up from an event, I can sell the beam drone back to get hacking. It's not ideal, but I can do it. And, you know, most likely we won't see a store until next sector. And by that point, I can get more scrap. I also don't really care if we dive in this sector, because exit isn't a nebula. On the other hand, we don't appear to be able to get very many good beacons, so I maybe just... Yeah. I'm probably not going to dive because of that. Yeah, a lot of them will probably just be empty. I can go here, there, there, and then out. Maybe one or two of them has a ship fight. So the beam drone could be useful here. Like, they have an anti-drone, but we can maneuver around it. And it can take that stupid overcharge layer down. Cloak this first. God damn it, they put it like right next to where that was going. Okay, I can't wait now, so... We didn't hit with everything, but we hit with enough that the halberd beam will do something. So I kind of got punished there for trying to be cheesy. Try to keep that down. Actually, no, you stay there for evade. Need to use real power for this. My backup battery is about to go down. Give me 2 shields. One more halberd beam shot and we win this fight. Even with this. Good enough. No. I need more power. Nothing there. Is there a jump before this? I'm not sure there is, and frankly, let's just get the hell out of here. Not the best sector. NG. NG means stores. There and there is where how we start. Okay, good. We get a fight. This will get us the scrap we need. I forgot to put my door control guy back in there. Should be fine. We'll still be able to vent these people. I don't want to cloak this. I'd rather cloak the chain laser because it lines up so well with the halberd beam. quite frustrating. They managed to have all of those hit. You guys run and help out. You fix that. We'll cloak this now. No. Kinda tempting with the drones, but not enough. We kill on the next volley unless they dodge literally every laser. Give me free combat XP. Buying another power bar. I'm back above hack buffer. Have we seen hacking even once in a store so far? I'm not convinced we have. The ship is annoying because they have a defense drone too, which effectively gives them another shield. But we should be okay. Good, they're going to a silly location. Need to cloak this heavy ion, it would take my shields down completely if it hit. Good. Make their weapons disappear. There's a store. Got it. Now I need to get hacking too, but I'm one scrap short. We'll probably be able to switch to doing beam nonsense. In fact, I could just sell the burst laser one right now. Do this. We're gonna do that. Thank you, burst laser one. So our goal for the rest of this run is to just find a third beam to replace the laser charger. Maybe even, we might even look for one to replace the mini beam, because that doesn't do that much damage against the flagship. Something like Halberd Hull is really, really good. But like, even this is fine. I can kill the flagship with this. We'll have to shield hack in every fight now, but we have 22 drones, we can do that. That quest location sucks. This sees the most. Let's farm up a bit of scrap in case there's a beam there. We will need hack 3 for next sector. So that's something to keep in mind. This is a very bad NG sector. Okay, I take that back. Well, pike beam. Still gonna hit more beacons because there could be a halberd beam there. We kind of have to go to the store now. Hey look, there's another pike beam. Do we sell mini beam for another pike beam? We couldn't use it right away. It is better against the flagship. It one-shots phase 1 and 3. I think we do that. In fact, I don't need to sell the mini beam for it. I can sell the laser charger plus. Whoa. No, don't sell the halberd beam. Buy that. Get some more fuel. So we'll ultimately do this, but for the moment we do this. Now we just need to somehow make enough scrap to do that, because this has been a very low scrap run. We've made less than 100 scrap in this sector. It's complete garbage, but he got us hacking and some beams, so I guess it's a matter of quality over quantity. No, we have loads of drones and not much fuel. Now we need to get hacking 3, like, now. Cloak. Who needs stealth weapons? We have all beams. No. We don't quite one-shot, but it's fine. Actually, it's not really fine, because they still have the flak 2 up. I guess I should have put the beam drone up. It's fine. They have double NG repair, that's disgusting. Take the pike beam down. Either of these beams will kill once we get the shield tack down. Yeah, we took 1 damage from that, it's fine. $17 more scrap needed. Stop offering this! Well, we can't take abandoned. We're gonna need to go rock, which is not great. That's a very low scrap type of sector, as we've already seen. But it's better than dying. We need basically 60 scrap for hacking. We need 90 for weapons, a bit for power, and then ideally like cloak 3 and shield 6. With these weapons I could beat the flagship with no shields at all, frankly. But I wouldn't have survived this long without them. Let's hit distress beacons. We have a rock, we have an NG. We have a clone bay, which failed. We don't care about stores, we have everything that we want. The only thing we could do at 1 would be to sell a mini beam. Actually, we probably can crew kill phase 2 because we probably can one-shot phase 2 because we have our beam drone. I was forgetting about that. Search for the ship. Yes, give me scrap. Thank you. Feels like a very long time since we actually made any damn scrap. Our ship's defeated total in this run is going to be pathetic. This feels like it's taken no time at all. We got that just in time. That hack was late, but it's fine. Devastate their ship. Can you hit 4 rooms? You can by doing that. I'm not guaranteed to kill because rock plating. But we did kill. Buy another power bar. We're a bit low, even though that delays the weapons up. Exit in this sector sucks. Here's the rock live mine. Fortunately, we have a clone base, so we can't lose crew here. Actually, we have a beam drone. I don't know that I've ever seen this before. It's 25 scrap. We're definitely diving for extra jumps here because we're so far behind on scrap. Admittedly, we are also quite far behind on fuel. We don't need hacking 3 for this. They only have 3 shield bubbles. Cloak that, because they should be dead or at least have disabled their weapons before that ever gets to fire. Do that. And that. And that. They got too many resists, so they've managed to survive. But our halberd beam will kill as soon as it can fire. Why did I do that? I'm an idiot. Fortunately, I dodged. I forgot they still had the heavy 2 up. I was just thinking of them as having that one laser, that one missile up, which is why I was prioritizing evade. I think that burns out. But now we can do this. This will definitely one-shot like everything. Especially if I just spend a drone and put the beam drone up as well, while the shields are hacked out. I really wish we hadn't had to sell those long-range scanners. Like, really, seriously. We have to go to this store if we want to get more jumps back here, and we do. I don't care about any of this stuff. Even if I had the scrap for it, I wouldn't get it. Does that even join to the... It doesn't even join to the exit. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll buy 1 more fuel. We might double dive here, but it's fine. I just need to make some scrap. Aid the civilian ship. Can we just pre-cloak at this point? Not quite. We don't have level 3 cloaking. That's our next upgrade, needless to say. We can prioritize just hitting as many rooms as possible so that every ship dies in one shot. Goodbye. Nice, a double reward. Give me more scrap. Asteroid field. Seriously, late game rock sectors. Like every ship in this sector has had double missiles, seemingly. Long cloak. What's the most rooms I can hit here? Is it like this? That'll do. No. Nice! I mean, that would have been more useful earlier in the run. At this point, it's kind of superfluous. But hey. I'm not going to complain too hard. I should have let my cloak come back, that was dumb. It won't matter here, but I should have done that. Double heavy ions. An intriguing build. And they die. And I'd like to spend scrap, but I can't. So we'll have to do a double dive with only 2 shields. That's a little spooky, but we're fine. Let's let our stuff actually come off cooldown this time. Yeah, where the store was and then exit. So, dive number 1 is a double missile nonsense ship. We're not bothering with this, we're just hacking weapons and running away. Which, actually that means I don't even need to power my weapons, so let's just do this. You two help fight the boarders. These are even duplicates of the same missile, so my defensive drone is not nearly as valuable as it would otherwise be. Cloak now. I minimize the cloak duration because I want to come out of the cloak, have some time for it to come down off cooldown, and then jump into the next dive. Turn my O2 off. Hack that down. There we go. Get me out of here. We'll probably do the same thing in this fight. Yeah, we're definitely going to do the same thing in this fight. We could stop these missiles, admittedly, with our defensive drone. That would take 2 drones. Nah, let's just use 1. Especially with them boarding us. Being able to run the rock around is kind of useful. Yes, go to the places where there's no O2. I approve of this move. I don't approve of you running towards my engines, actually. That's quite bad. That reduces my evade to enough that this ASB could actually hit me. Okay, good. They warped everyone back. I go back to I approve. Here we just do a level 3 cloak so we can get our FTL charged and get the hell out. You annoying insects. It's fine, we got out. Our ship is not terribly high leveled due to having to sell the scanners and just not making much scrap. But hey, we'll survive. We should be able to get the shields up in time for the fight and just get as much power as we can. I don't care about that. We will murder this ship with our beams. Thank you for the free training you have given our NG. I forgot we had all that scrap because of those late fights in the hazard beacons. So we've already got our shields now. That repair station is in line to get taken over, but we have enough drones because we got hacking so late in this run. So it's fine, and we had a lengthy period where we didn't actually have any drones in that system. Let's make absolutely certain we kill this ship. So that's 8, that's 4, that's 4, which is 16 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't think we have enough. We need to put the beam drone up. Yep, we were 1 short. Thank you, beam drone. Yeah, this particular layout actually is not great for the pike beam because you can't hit more than 4 rooms. You guys just cycle in and out and we'll win. Probably should be refreshing my Mantis, who doesn't have any useful skills. All the others I kind of want to preserve their skill levels. It's fine, I'm not particularly worried about the boarding phase on this run. Every flagship phase will be really short. There's a store. All we have to sell there is a mini beam, which sells for like 10 scrap. Like, we'll hit these 2 jumps. If it's still there, then good. If not, whatever. We'll fight the flagship early. Sadly, we get nothing there. Or there. The beam drone 2 would be cute, but we can't afford it. Buy mini beam. Get more power. And that's been taken over, so we've made like no scrap in this sector either. It's how thematic for this run. We make no scrap. We might be able to make some there in between flagship phases. Oh no, they've hacked my shields. What will I do? Oh yeah, murder them with beams. That's what I'll do. I forgot to engage my hack. I can't murder them with beams if I do that. I think they might actually get the cloak before this now because I was an idiot. No, not quite. Do this. And this. This is 20 exactly. We don't need the beam drone for this. Any scrap I get is just going into power because we're so far behind on that. Pre-cloak. They lined that up perfectly, the depower trick, therefore did not work. This ship layout is extremely vulnerable to beaming. We'll do 10 damage with the halberd beam, and another 5 with each pike beam. No. by 1 power bar. Do I just damage buffer piloting now? Yeah. Should I take this jump? Yes, I don't mind having to fight a dive ship. We can just hack weapons and run away if necessary. Well, our beam drone can help take Zoltan shields down. Okay, it's down now. Our cloak will last long enough. We just hack this stuff down. We don't even need to wait for the pike beam before we can start using our other beams, because beams don't break cloak. We can even repower the beam drone because we've already powered it up, so why not? More power. And we didn't have to dive for that even. Cool. We actually never got level 202, I forgot about that. It wouldn't even have really mattered if the flagship had hacked our oxygen, because phase 1 was so short that it wasn't necessary. I did just legitimately forget, but it wouldn't have mattered even if I had, you know, had that hack. Phase 2, we pre-cloak. Put the beam drone up. Hack now. Bye-bye, flagship. Thank you, beam drone. Always thank your beam drone. Give me more power. Yeah. Let's let our stuff come off cooldown. They're gonna mind control someone here. It won't be my pilot though. Hopefully it's not I'm hoping it's the NG. But like, we can pretty much just kill whoever they mind control. I guess we'll vent some rooms. They'll run to join whoever they mind control. The worst would probably be the Mantis, because then I'd lose door controls, and that would be awkward. We'll go here in case we need to do the runaway trick. That's annoying. That loses me the faster weapons charge. Get in there. NG is not fighting this high-level mind-controlled rock. They're even in my engines room. What are you doing? I don't know where these guys are going. Are they trying to get to my doors? Don't quite have 100% evade for that, but it's fine. Those are down. We don't need the beam drone anymore. You get in there. I don't know why he decided to run. I thought I'd sent him in there. Whatever. Did I hack too early? I think I hacked too early, but I don't know whether this will last long enough for it to matter. My timing was thrown off by the fact that I don't have the weapons charged because my rock is mind controlled. Yeah, I'm not going to one-shot now. Since I screwed that up, let's redo this. Yeah, you people all get suffocated. We won't quite have 100% evade, unfortunately, because our human died. But it's fine, and we won't have a max weapons charge, but... Vent the Mantis, you have, like, no health. Okay, let's actually do this properly this time. This time it won't matter nearly as much who they mind control because most of their boarding crew are dead. I think they still have some. Yeah, they have some, but not very much. Although annoyingly, this NG will probably go into my weapons room in a moment. Yeah, get out of there. Okay, good, they're going towards drones. That's much preferable. Okay, this time, let's not screw up the hack timing. Actually, I don't want to bent you out of there quite yet. Let you out. Yeah, now I lose the weapons timing, unfortunately. Don't get hit at 3%, good. Let's not mess this up this time. There we go. Beam drone, help out just because. So we win on take 2, and we took 0 damage, so that was kind of embarrassing that I bungled the first attempt, but it didn't matter. We get win number 23. So, what's our score? Yeah, it's quite low, which doesn't surprise me at all. That the scrap collected total is going to be bad. The ship's is going to be really low. We had to sell the scanners to get cloaking. It was the right choice, but it did reduce our score quite a lot. Actually, it's the ships defeated isn't even that bad. It's just terrible scrap. But whatever. Like, you don't need that much scrap to win in FTL, and we got what we needed. Buying the halberd beam cost us the long-range scanners, and that probably cost us 200-300 scrap over the course of the run. But it gave us a one-shot build, and we get win number 23 with the weakest ship that we had left. So, let's find out who we're playing for number 24. 3, 2, 1, and go. And you. No, I've done you. Done you. Done you. Just did you. Just did you. No, I didn't just do you. Did you ages ago. There we go. Landing SA. That's a ship we haven't done yet. I was hoping to leave this towards the end, but whatever. We go in whatever order they come up in. So it'll be landing SA next time. I hope that you enjoyed the Stealth C run. What time was on this one? Wow, this is an under 2-hour recording. I don't think I did any training whatsoever. Felt like a really fast run for a reason. Well, I hope you enjoyed anyhow, and I will see you for run 24. Bye for now.